Hi, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Your support is always appreciated. Tickets are available for my celebration of the music of Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie, and you can find the link to purchase them on my website. Coppertown Treasures in Bruce Mines is helping out with the set decorations with a loan of some cool items for the stage. September 26th, Bruce Mines United Church, 7 p.m. See you there. And specifically for the 55-plus crowd, I'll be performing another celebration show, this time with the music of Loretta Lynn and Conway Twitty. You can get your tickets directly from the Bay Street Active Living Center at 705-254-6474. And as always, my new book is available on the website, The Photography and Lyrics of Brian Tremblay. And it's my first book of photography, and it's turned out to be popular, so grab your copy. And if you are local, I can arrange to drop it off for you. Songs for the Modern Cowboy is attempting to slide into the ears of a listener that hasn't heard it yet, and you can get it on Apple Music. It's not my Apple Music, or no Spotify or Amazon, and a myriad of other services, but it would be so much better if you went to my website and purchased it. Physical sales are better for musicians than streaming. Thanks again, folks, and enjoy the show. Hey, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Lonesome Cowboy Podcast. Brian Tremblay here as your host, and I got a brand new voice out in the independent music world right now, doing some cool country music. And please welcome to the program, Johnny Dell. Hi, Johnny. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. How are you, sir?
Excellent, excellent. Where are you based out of?
I'm in Montreal.
Ah, okay. I thought I detected a slight accent there. Good stuff. You are just kind of using social media as your presence online. I didn't see a website for you or anything like that. Is there something like that coming down the road for you, or is this all brand new right now to get started?
Well, I mean, it's pretty brand new. I'm thinking about it to get an actual website, but I have to figure out stuff first.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, don't you? Yeah, it's all expenses and that kind of stuff, right? That we have to consider in our world. That's for sure. I've been finding out some bits and pieces about you from the bios and so on and so forth that you have on various places like Bandcamp and Apple Music, and there was something I think it was on Bandcamp that it said there that you spent 28 years on the road. And I want to hear more about that. 20, close enough.
Yeah, close enough. Well, I've been the singer, main songwriter of a band called the Gutter Demons. Basically, we were a psychobilly band. So I'm from the old rockabilly, psychobilly scene. And yeah, we've been traveling across North America and Europe. We released and I've been road dogging since then.
Good stuff. And were you guys recording and putting out material also?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. How many albums and so on and so forth did you guys have out?
6. Yeah, we made 6 records.
Good stuff. And the band's not going on anymore, is it?
No. We stopped. I think it was around 2023. I think when we stopped.
Oh, right on.
Or 22, 23. Yeah.
Gotcha. So, tell us about your life in music. Where did you get started, and what made you decided to take off on your own kind of thing, or was just the other band went away and you left yourself all alone?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I had I had some songs, laying around, stuff that I did wrote for the band, but that we never really worked on, and I just like pick up some stuff from the vault and decided like
Cool.
to get this little project going on there.
That's very cool. Excellent. Now, I interview a lot of do-it-yourself artists in the fact that we do everything, and from and I see all kinds of putting out
tennis shoes.
They're doing everything. Are you having some issues there? Are you, Johnny?
Yeah,
it looks good. It's starting to, actually, your picture's starting to improve now. It's actually getting better on my end. There you go. Yeah, it is getting kind of weird stuff. Okay.
Stronger.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the connection is stronger depending where you're standing in my environment here.
Okay, it's on your end.
Yeah, it's probably on mine.
I'll have to do a little editing then. No problem at all. We can do that. Like I said, I interview a lot of DIY artists, and from what I can tell, you are doing 100% of everything on this EP. Is this the way that you like to keep it, or is this sort of what you're doing right now just for the time being, or do you prefer having the full control like that, recording it and putting it out and the whole deal?
Well, I mean, it was an amazing experience, like to do everything alone. I'm not close to the idea of getting like some other people involved, but I mean, like for now, it's just what I wanted to do. But I really enjoyed the process, you know, like I got this computer, and then I got like GarageBand and started like messing around with it, like get a microphone here, like some stuff there, like a few plugins, and started to experiment with it. And I mean, I was satisfied with the result. I don't know how good it sounds for everybody else, but it sounded good for me.
Well, I can appreciate it because I record exactly the same way. I just, since I'm a one-man show kind of thing, I just set up get myself some decent condenser mics, and away you go, right? And save yourself a lot of studio money in that respect.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Would you ever have plans in the future to head into a proper studio, or would you like to maintain that kind of control and keep doing it yourself and just get?
For now I'm gonna do it myself. Yeah. Like, I can do it like on my schedule. Don't have to travel around, and so yeah. No, it's the way that I do it now. It's more relaxed because I mean I started like recording ghost stories. I think it was back in October of last year. So I basically took like 6 months like to put out like 6 songs, and it worked fine for me. Pieces here and there, but I also like I was pretty much learning how to mix and edit at the same time. So that's why it took longer than it would took to do it than if I would have worked with somebody else.
Yeah.
But I mean, for now it's I really enjoy, doing my stuff here at my place. And the only thing that I didn't really experiment much with yet is playing live all by myself. Because I mean, I've been playing with bands like all my life, so you always have like somebody else, like a bunch of guys like to fall back on.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, like playing alone. I did like a few shows here and there, like all by myself, which I mean it went like pretty well, but it's still like something that I'm gonna have to adjust to, I think, because I can, after so many years of like being around with people. So
yeah, I like it. The tell me about the ghost stories that are in this EP of the same name. I love ghost story songs. I've written a couple myself, and that's why I was really attracted to that. So what's the deep, what ghost stories did these come from that made these songs?
Well, I mean, if we take like the first one, like El Muerto is basically, that's the story that I found, that I read about, which happened in South Texas. I mean, long time ago. It's about this horse thief named Vidal. He was a Mexican, or Steve, and he got caught by the Texas Ranger back then, and basically they cut off his head, strap him
Wow.
to his horse, and set him free to like roam. And so basically, it would scare the other thieves from doing their stuff. And I was fascinated by that story. I don't know if it's true. Never know. Like Texas, it could be.
Yeah.
But like back in my Gutter Demons days, like when I was playing in the Psychobilly band, I had a lot of songs about like like murder, like weird stuff, like dark stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
And so I mean, it was not like something new for me to write about that, because that's basically like my old shtick. But beside this one, which is really obvious, you get also From Nowhere to Eternity. It's a little bit in the same. Well, it's not the same theme, but it's like this. I created like this character who was basically like like roaming from town to town, like running away from his personal ghost. So it's all those kind of themes that created like the EP.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. I love it. I love the song El Muerto because with the guitar work that you have in there, it reminded me of a Sergio Leone soundtrack to the spaghetti westerns that had Clint Eastwood in it.
Yeah.
And I heard that ding ding that guitar, and I went, "Hey, that's cool."
Yeah, but Sergio Leone is such I mean, all the soundtracks, all the music he did for those movies it's basically it's a character in itself.
No kidding. Yeah.
Like the music is so great. And I mean, those movies are just like absolutely amazing. And it's crazy to think that it was such like a big break from the traditional Western movie from Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
Back then, like you got the hero on his white horse, and he's got a white cowboy hat, the white suit, and the bad guys is dressed in black, and all of a sudden you get those really like gritty, like everybody's dirty, everybody has some kind of a twisted thing going on. The hero is not as pure as in the old Western, like, so it was really a big break, like back in those days.
Yeah, it's like I said, the soundtracks are really great, and it reminds me too of when you're talking about the stories that you're turning into ghost stories. Another musician friend of mine, Matt Gower, in the Ottawa area there, he has one that he wrote an Esau article too, and it was a Mexican woman who was I guess kind of a bandit kind of thing. They called her La Pistolera.
Oh,
yeah, so that was really cool. Right on. So, was there a big pause after you finished with the band, working with those guys, and then before you started going on your own, or what'd you do in between? I guess is boiled down.
Well, mostly work.
Okay.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, exactly.
But well, I mean, when the band stopped, I mean, there was this period of time where like get into some kind of a depression state, because you've been like everything was so like going around like crazy, and all of a sudden everything stops. Because basically we were like a straight up like touring band. I didn't work really like back then. Like I could make some kind of a living out of playing shows as long as I was on the road like often enough.
Gotcha.
But,
yeah, exactly.
So when it stopped, and like COVID was basically like going on at the same time, so all of a sudden like the world stops. Like even if it wasn't like for COVID or anything, like my old world stopped like all of a sudden. So I had to, it took me like almost a year just to get back to, okay, it's over now. What?
Yeah, exactly.
And from there, like I started like to look around and get some new project going on, and it didn't work out as I would like to, and then I was, what should I do? And I had those songs, like in my head, I had like this music, it's like, well, this is not like, I don't see those songs as like heavy music or like fast pace, like rock and roll.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, maybe like those things. And I'm sitting at home, with my acoustic and just like, strumming. I'm like, yeah, like if you take everything out, and you take up the drums and, the distortion, I was like, that's, I really like what I'm hearing right now. And then I started like to put songs together that would eventually like make the EP, and like trying different chord progression, trying like different pitch, because all the years that I've been playing with the band, we tuned down to D standard, so everything was like really like low, really like, and started like to mess around with like different tuning, and then I decided like to get back to the standard, like
Sure.
And it was I had like a little bit of adaptation like to do, because I like my voice and everything, I was so used to that tuning that I had to change something that I've written, because like in my head it didn't sound right anymore, so I'd like to change the chords and everything. And when I felt that it was like good enough to put on wax, that's when I started like to record, and and even like the first few takes, the first few ideas that I recorded, I just deleted it, and I was like, nah, that's not gonna work. So like go back to the drawing board. And
there's always a few of those, right? The odd squeaker and the odd bump. It's like, what the heck was that?
Yeah, no, exactly. And it was also like when I started like to work alone, I had looked to, like, even when I started like to keep the tracks and re-listening to everything, and I was like, trying to find something to like make it better, but without having anybody else's opinion. So I had like to, like, I would record like a song, and then I would sit on it like for a week or two, or something like 3 weeks, or just listening to it back like first years, and trying to get a different perspective, like trying to take an approach like from a distance. And I was like, oh yeah, I could add this, I could like maybe cut that part out and like try something else. Because when you've been working with other musicians like for so long, like everybody's like pitching in, like you're in the writing process, or you come up with something, and then like the other guy's like, oh, we're gonna add this and that, oh, we're gonna add that, and that part's gonna be slow, and that part's gonna, that other part's gonna be fast. But when you're all by yourself, like I feel that I have to step back and listen to it like more carefully.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I gotta pull back and just not even listen to it for a day or two or something, and then go back again and then see what it feels like before you start.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you had some of these songs when you were with the other group, and you just kind of brought them with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they were skeletons of songs.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Ideas here and there, like a chord progression here, like a couple phrases there, and then when I sat down, like I had to, like some lyrics were incomplete, so I'd like to figure out some stuff, and then like some of the things that I was writing back then, like I was reading it back, and I was like, ooh, that's weird, like because even like when I'm listening back like to some older stuff that I did, like sometimes I'm like, ooh, yeah, that line is kind of weird. But now it's too late, it's recorded.
Yeah.
But
well,
yeah,
That's my biggest regret sometimes, is that I finish an album and I record it all, and then all of a sudden I go, damn, why didn't I put that song on there? That's a good song. I should have put that on there.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, like that whole like creative process. It's always like, you don't want to overthink anything, so it's got to be there. Don't
Yeah.
overthink, don't like polish too much, and then the product is finished, and you listen to it, and you're like, there you go. I could have done this. I could have.
Yeah.
I guess it's the. I guess it's a curse of
Yeah.
the curse of like making music. There's just, if we would like want it to be like perfect, we would never release anything.
Well, that's just
like
about
sit
it,
on it
isn't
for
it?
years and years.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, that's the same way. What I've discovered too is I take a lot of my songs, and after I've recorded them, of course, I play them when I go live, and as I play them, I all of a sudden maybe come up with a new, just the different way to phrase it, or something like that, and I go, damn, I wish I did a version like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it just reminds me. Worked with this guy like a long time ago, studio guy, and he came up with this thing. He told me, he's just, when you're in studio, you record a song. It's like taking a picture of yourself on that particular day. So when you're going to play it tomorrow, it's going to be different, and the day after, it's going to be different. It's just like in that moment, that song, it's like a picture of yourself.
Gotcha.
And I was like, oh, that makes sense, because after that you play live, and you can stretch it, like short it, put another verse, like change the chorus.
Mhm.
It's because I mean, like, and especially in these days and age, like with AI and everything. I mean, like, music is alive. Music is organic. It's like a tree.
Yeah, exactly.
It grows, it changes, it gets bigger. Like in the winter, it changes.
Mhm.
So, and as a music fan, when I go see a band play live and they mess around with the song, like you don't pay like that money to get the band play the record like note for note. You expect like people to bring a little something special, because like it's live. It's different.
Mhm.
So yeah, I tried to remind myself, like, especially when I did the record, like at some point I have to just like stop and let it go. And if an idea happens after, well, I can still do it, but it won't be recorded, or maybe like one day you make a live recording, and then like, wow, whoa, that song is different.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's some artists that actually take it to, and they do, they get guest mixers, and they have the song remixed or something like that. And, and then they reissue it, and they say, remix by such and such. So you can get traction on all kinds of stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Do you have a particular favorite, track on this EP that is for you, or
that's
I know it's like
one.
picking your children.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. And even like, when I started like to do some like radio tracking and stuff, and they're like, okay, like you pick like one song, and I'm like, and because I mean, like I El Muerto is something that I really like the whole like surfy, like spaghetti western, like
Great
guitar
vibe.
riff on it. And but like Whiskey Tears is also something that, I mean, they're all like, for me, they all have a little something that I'm like, I want people to hear that. I want people to hear that.
That's good.
So yeah, it's really it's a tough one.
Well, that's cool. What, in regards to playing live and getting the album out there and stuff like that, I know you've done a little bit of charting with the songs there. And what's your live playing situation like?
Well, I mean, at the moment, I'm still like working on a set list kind of thing. Is, I mean, I have to figure out a way to because I just have like those 6 songs like ready to play live. So I still have to figure out a way to make it like 35 to an hour set list. So got to bring some other song in.
Yeah,
But
of course.
I've started like to look around, like, I mean, here in province of Quebec, I've got some friends also in Ontario that were like, hey, when you're ready, just,
Yeah.
let us know. We'll try to book you. Like, so I'm in the process of like getting ready, like to hit the road again. I mean, like now we're close to mid-August. I'd say probably around September I'll be ready like, to hit the road. But at the same time, we're never ready to hit the road.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I
Who
guess
is ready?
I guess I should just book and see what happens.
Well, that's
But,
I went on. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I went on tour for 10 days in October, and are you ready? Well, I guess so. I know the material, so I got everything I need. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
And let the audience
Exactly.
decide from there.
Yeah. And, it's always, like you have to prepare things in advance also, because like clubs and venues are always booking like 3 to 4 months in advance. So like now I'm like, oh shit, I should start thinking about it. So I'm not going to be able to play until like December.
Well, and you have to think about it like that. Montreal has a pretty good scene, I think, when it comes to music. I don't know what their situation is with like the country folk roots kind of stuff. I'm sure you can probably keep yourself pretty busy with what's available in that Montreal area.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like this weekend is a cowboy weekend. It's Lasso. Happening like right now. Big music festival. So of course there's going to be events like around the city for the people who want to keep partying a little bit more after the festival is over.
Yeah,
but
right.
yeah, like regarding like folk and traditional country, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like there's nights that happens like every week.
Cool.
There's also like a good bluegrass scene going on.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah,
Cool.
there's and more and more like we get like people from out of town like stopping in Montreal, which is really cool also, because I don't know, like even like Canadian artists, it seems that when they get to Manitoba and Ontario, they stop there and they go back. They don't come all the way to Montreal.
Yeah. And it's well, that's I think I'd rather go east than go west, though. as far as touring goes, there's so much in the east I want to see. I'd love to see Nova Scotia and New Brunswick and that kind of stuff from there.
Yeah, but also like I guess like a good advantage that a project like what I do has, like, I mean, like being one guy, like playing acoustic guitar, like you're not only limited to like traditional like venues. You
True.
can actually like play coffees and places like that, which I've never done. Like being in a band and playing loud, it was like venue. So like like touring Canada, like we toured Canada from coast to coast many times, and like Ontario was just like after a couple cities outside of Toronto, it's like 3 days of driving until you get to Winnipeg. There was like nothing, and all of a sudden I see like posters of a band like stopping in Wawa, and I'm like,
that's only 2 hours.
Really? Yeah,
I'm in Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah. We played there a few times, but that's the thing, though. You don't, when you're playing in a big rock band, like you play the markets, like you play the cities, but there's so many places, I think, that people can stop in like all across the country. Take this gentleman from Saskatchewan, Jake Van.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't want to butcher his name, but like he's
Dutch.
playing.
Can't do it either.
Yeah, but he's playing like all the small towns, all like the
Oh yeah.
community centers, and
Yep.
he's playing like, and I'm like, that's amazing. There's actually places where you can stop uh, that you don't really see when you're part of like a rock band, because they keep you like in the big city. So once you played like Winnipeg, then next stop is like Saskatoon and Regina, and then
Mm-hmm.
drive again all the way to Calgary.
Yeah,
So
that's about it. So for a guy that was out on tour with a band prior to COVID, and then now you're back, and it's been a bit since COVID. From your perspective, it hasn't, at least I'm just going to say it, to me, it hasn't come back. Like as far as the crowds and the audiences, have you noticed a shift at all? Anything like that? That we're just not getting the crowds that we used to get prior to COVID?
yeah, for sure, I didn't notice it as much because I mean, I didn't really play live like after
That's true. Yeah.
after COVID, but like being somebody who go
Mhm.
out like see shows, there is less people. Yes, there is. Um, I don't
know what's keeping them away. That's the big trick. I just don't know what's
But-
keeping them.
but also, where I work, like, I'm a screen printer.
Oh,
And,
cool.
so there's a lot of musicians
I
working
bet
those
you make a
jobs.
lot of
So
merch, don't you?
oh yeah, totally. Like we do, and like some of my coworkers are musicians,
Cool.
and they play shows, and it's still like packed rooms. And so I'm wondering if it depends on the style of music, or if it depends
Yeah.
on the. But also, like, one thing that I've been saying like for quite a long time, and the musician that I work with, they're in that kind of setup. Is like they play a show, like doors were at 7:30, 8:30. They're on stage by 11. It's over. Like everything is done.
Yeah, I know.
And like the traditional like venue gig is like you start at 10, you get there at 4:30 for sound check, and then you fucking wait and get shit faced until. And if you're a headliner, you're on at midnight, and I mean, it's bar gig, so bar owners want to keep people as long as possible, as late as possible. Which they're selling booze. That's the whole point. But I think that if like bar gigs were at decent hours,
Yes.
they would get more people, and especially like if you see bands during the week, because you gotta work the next day. You don't want to wait for them to go on stage at 12:30.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think if the bar gig was like earlier, it would probably help like a lot of people.
Oh, I agree. Like I said, I remember I haven't played a bar gig since 2013, and the the gig I played, I think the last the hours we were playing 4 hours, and it was from 10 till 2 in the morning. And encores didn't exist anymore because the staff didn't want to stay any longer, so they would tell you no encore. Okay, no problem. Yeah, it's wild, I'll tell you that. So it's become more of a challenge in the 21st century music business than anything else. And I think it's something we all have to work for and work, see what we can do. Johnny Dell.
I never experienced the 4-hour gig. That must be I mean, that's a marathon right there.
Yeah, it's a marathon. 4 hours and nothing but covers.
Yeah, also.
Yeah. That's I'm glad that it kind of doesn't exist anymore. At least in this town, it doesn't. Thankfully, now people, now the gigs I do, they start at 7 o'clock. I'm out of there by 9ish. Yeah. Johnny, tell the folks where they can find out about your music and you and your socials and stuff like that, and your music itself.
Well, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Johnny Dell, sometimes Johnny Dell 78. That's where I mostly like post. If there's any updates, if there's any shows coming up, I'll be sharing like on these platforms. I have a TikTok, but since the new management is just, I mean, it's useless.
I can imagine.
But yeah, like Instagram, Facebook, that's the two main ones. I'm trying to put longer versions of my videos on YouTube.
Cool.
But yeah, that's where people can find me.
Excellent.
And hopefully in a venue near you anytime soon.
There you go. And they can find your music on Spotify, Apple Music, all that fun stuff, right? Bandcamp?
Absolutely. Bandcamp and all the streaming services. Pick your favorite one.
There you go. Pick it. And hey, folks, don't rent the music. Buy it, please. You like the song, pay the man the dollar. It's worth it, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
Johnny, thank you for coming on the program.
Well, thanks for having me.